Hello and welcome to No Access Required. So the Steam Machine is about to be born, well, next year. But the world in which it's about to be born into is a difficult world. And the poor Steam Machine needs to have everything at its disposal to get the best possible chance at life. Too weak, too expensive. That's what people are saying about the Steam Machine. And we, the customers, eagerly await news of the price. And, quite frankly, if it does turn out to be too weak and too expensive, the Steam Machine will be dead on arrival. Or will it? Consoles have long relied on optimization to get the best bang for their technological buck and to give us, the customer, the best bang for our monetary buck. We rely on it now. Every little shortcut that can be had, every little ounce of fat that can be trimmed away is trimmed away. Console optimization is a merciless exercise in slash and burn in order to reap the biggest rewards. And this is what we are hoping for. We need the slash and burn. We need the merciless blade. Otherwise, the Steam Machine will be too weak and too expensive on launch. And that just won't do. There have been a few YouTube channels who have already tried building facsimiles of the Steam Machine, and what it costs is not what you might expect a console to sell for. It's well over $1,000. Now, what can we expect to pay for a console? Between $500 and $700? What can you expect to pay for a gaming PC? Between $1,200 and $1,500 for an okay gaming PC? Well, this is what we're seeing. Would you pay $1,300 for a console? Steam did make an announcement or a hint that the console come PC would be priced more at the PC end. And I think this was expected. Anyone who really thought they were going to be buying a console, I think, was missing the point. If you're going to buy a console, just buy a console. There are a few of those out there already. Steam had to offer something new, interesting, and exciting. And the only way you could do that was to take the path that it's taken. And the path that it's taken won't be cheap. There was an old story years ago that the streets of London were paved with gold, and if you were a country bumpkin but you wanted to become wealthy, you had to go to London. Unfortunately, when you got there, you actually found that the streets of London were paved with homeless people and corpses and rats. And likewise, I think when we get there, the streets of Valve, or the Steam Machine, in actual fact, will be paved with broken hearts and empty promises. I jest. But there's a difficulty here. It can't be overstated, and it will not go away. The various commentators and pundits on YouTube are rightly pointing out all the little details that don't quite add up, that don't make sense. And so unless Steam have a trick or three up their sleeves when it comes to optimization or the technology that's in the machine, then the math simply just doesn't add up. And it certainly doesn't add up in terms of pricing. Now, I made my stance on this quite clear. I felt rightly or wrongly, that for the suite of kit, as I call it, the controller, the Steam machine and the Steam frame, it would come in at a little under £2,000. Because in the PC world, 2K is kind of, it's about there for a gaming PC. So that's PC pricing. But you get a VR headset in with it and a controller. Somewhere in that weird mix of bashing together technology to make the Steam machine, the Steam frame and the Steam controller, you could almost imagine losing something in the cost, so to make it more palatable for the customer. We often hear stories that PlayStations historically, Xboxes historically have been sold at a loss. The technology then gets cheaper, and somehow the cost to technology and input and resource ratio somehow over the first few years of the console's life kind of meet in the middle, and profits are made due to selling at volume and cheaper technology. Deals are everything. Whether it's a deal between a manufacturer and supplier, or deals for the customer. We sit here, each and every one of us here on YouTube and various other outlets, opining sagely on what we think will happen. Well, here's my 2 penneth worth. The Steam machine isn't going to be cheap. It's not going to be as powerful as you want, at least on the box. But somehow I think Steam will work some magic somewhere. And they will not only give us a console PC capable of running its library, but it will do so by the skin of its teeth, and that will be enough. This is just the first step of many on a long road. You don't put this amount of time and effort into something in the way that Steam has and not have a long-term plan. Steam just reignited the market. And frankly, I'm here for it. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do like, subscribe and share. And until next time, bye-bye.